Some quotes from Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. The one exclusive sign of thorough knowledge is the power of teaching. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsion, habit, reason, passion, and desire. Happiness depends upon ourselves. The law is reason, free from passion. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. To be conscious of being, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. Man is a goal-seeking animal. His life only has meaning if he is reaching out and striving for his goals. The wise man does not expose himself needlessly to danger, since there are few things for which he cares sufficiently, but he is willing, in great crisis, to give even his life, knowing that under certain conditions, it is not worth living. Without friends, no one would choose to live, though he had all other goods. It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to other persons. The worst thing about slavery is that the slaves eventually come to love it. The only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. The educated differ from the uneducated, as much as the living differ from the dead. All men by nature desire knowledge. Friendship is a single soul dwelling into bodies. The whole life of man is but a point of time. Let us enjoy it. It is not what we have, but what we enjoy, that constitutes our abundance. To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Wit is educated insolence. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. The aim of art is to represent, not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. The soul never thinks without a picture. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness, and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The only way to have a friend is to be one. The ultimate end of the state is not to make men virtuous. It is to enable them to live virtuously.